everyone. Today we'll be diving deep into Jay Ungar's tune Haymaker's Hoedown. This tune he recorded with Molly Mason and his band in 1999 on their album Harvest Home. And this album has another tune on it I'll be teaching on November 26th, which is Thanksgiving. Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving. So we'll be bookending this fiddle tune series with these two tunes from Harvest Home. This tune is in the key of A, and you can play it in both standard tuning and cross tuning. So I'll be teaching it in both today. First, we'll do everything in standard, and then we'll tune the G string up to A and the D string up to E, which is how you get into cross tuning. Often old time jams are in cross because it makes it much more resonant. It makes it easier to play in two octaves, and it's just very common in old time. So that's why anyone who's curious, I'll be teaching it in both today. So the structure of this class, first I'm going to play through the tune, and I'll play first like melody, then a harmony, and then the chords over and over so you can see everything. And then we'll do a 2-octave A scale. In the live class, we also do an improv warm-up after the scale, which we won't do in the tutorial. But if you're interested in that, you should come to a live class. Also, the live class has a lot more repetition than a tutorial. This really is more just the information of the class. And then the live class, we have questions, we repeat the phrases a lot, and I make sure everyone really gets the tune. So let's get started. I'm going to play the tune through, again, melody, harmony, chords for you to hear it. And here it is. So that's the tune for you. And let's start now with a little 2-octave A scale. I'm going to put on a little backing track. We're going to start with first finger on the G string. That's A. And we'll go all the way to third finger on the E string. Just a little bit reminder, we're going to have high 2s on every string. And we'll have high 3, C sharp and G sharp on the G and D string, and regular 3 on A and E. So here's a 2-octave A scale. Here we go. I would take the rest of the video and just kind of improvise and let everyone kind of mess around with the key of A. But for now, we're going to just move on to the melody. Alright, so now we have the key of A in our head. We've played all the notes in the A scale, which is all the notes we'll be using. Well, not every single note, but the notes we will be using will come out of that scale. So, the very first phrase of Haymaker's Hoedown. These 3 A notes are kind of syncopated, so in tempo, it sounds like that. So we have E, F sharp, A, A, A. First phrase. Second part, we have B, A, F sharp, E. We'll do that 2 more times slowly. Last time. And now the next part, if you need to rewind and repeat that a little bit more, feel free. But the next part is... So together we have... That's kind of the first half. That's 1A. So here's that one more time. So I'll go through the notes. We have E, F sharp, A, B, A, F sharp, E, E, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp, again, E, F, A, B, A, F sharp, E, E, F, A, B, A, F sharp, B, E, E, F sharp, A. So one more time, A part. that happens twice. Up to tempo, it sounds like this. And then we go into the B part, we have, well, you can do it different ways. You could just do a little A scale to the F sharp, starting on open A, or you could just do a little A arpeggio, so that's A, C sharp, E. But you land on the B part on that F sharp. And then we have G sharp, F, E, F. And then F sharp, G sharp, A, B, fourth finger. So one more time. Last time. And then to get into the next part, you could do like a something like that. And then the last part of the B is a scale down from A, just on the D string. Land on E, and then go back to A. That's the little ending. And that's the whole B part. You do that twice. So I'm going to play the B part twice slowly now. We went through it kind of fast, but again, if you're looking for more repetitive with the phrases, we do a lot more repetition in the live class, so I would suggest coming to that. This tutorial is good for those who can either pick things up really quickly or maybe came to the live class and they're just trying to refresh their memory. So we're going to play the whole tune, A part plus B part, now. Here we go. Here we go. Let's dive into the chords. So I'm gonna just say the chords once while the recording plays. I'm gonna first play them. Well, actually, first I'm gonna show you what chords we're gonna use. So The first chord is just an A chord, and there's a couple of different ways you can do it. My personal favorite is blocking A and E on G and D string. And we go into cross tuning, that'll just be the open string, so that's a lot easier. The chords are a lot easier in cross than they are in standard. But so we first have A, which also can be played just E on D and open A. So we have A. The next chord is going to be the minor 6, which is F sharp minor. And so what you're going to do, if you're in the blocked 5th there, you can just add F sharp, second finger. And if you have first finger on D with open A, just put down your second finger. And you'll get a minor, F sharp minor chord. So we have 1 to F sharp minor. And then, so that's the A part, and then goes to 1, 5 are E chord. So either you can do blocked 5th on A and D and A, or a 4th, second finger on G, first finger on D. Or you can do A and E. That's kind of blaringly loud, but if you don't want to do any double stops and you just want to play the chord, it's also an, oh wait, no, that's an A chord. The E chord would be first finger on A and open E. So you have either this option, or this option, or this option. That's our 5 chord. And then we go back to the 1 chord. The B part starts on a big D chord. So D, you can either do first finger on G with open D, A and D, or you can do open D and open A. And those are the 2 best options. In general, when building chords, as long as you have any of the triad notes in the chord, so in a D chord, if you have D, F sharp, or A in the double stop, then it'll sound fine. So you can play around and find your own things too, but these are just my suggestions. So yeah, those are all the chord shapes we'll be using. The 1, the minor 6, the 5, and the 4. I'm gonna first say the chords as the recording goes, so you can hear it, and then I will play along with it, and then we'll go through it slowly. So, where did Haymakers go? Here we go. Start on 1. We have the 1 chord. 1 to the 6, 1. 1, 5, 1, 1. 1 to the 6, 1. 1, 5, 1. Now to D, 4 chord. 1, 5, 1. 1, 5, 1 to the D, 4 chord. D, 5, 1. 1, 5, 1. Back to A chord. A to F sharp minor. A. 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 A to the F sharp minor. A. A, E, A, down to 4. 4 to the 1, 5, 1, sorry. 1, 5, 1 to the 4th chord, which is D. 1, 2, 5, 1. 5, 1. Again, we have 1, A. 1, F up in the B part. But you should have heard it. Just to go through slowly, we have 1 to the 6, back to 1, 1, 5, 1, then 1, 1 to the 6, back to 1, 1, 5, 1, down to D, 1 to the 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, back to D, 1 to the 5, 1, 1, 5, 1. So those are the chords. And now let's get into a harmony. So the harmony is going to start on C sharp on the A string. Here's what it sounds like. That's the A part. So we have C sharp, D, C sharp, E, A. And then A, B, C, C, D, E, back to D, C, A, D, C, B, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, B, C. A part harmony. B part harmony, we have D. So D, C sharp, D, E, D. Something like that. That's what it is. It's D, F sharp, and then just starting on C sharp. Melody, it's going to sound like this. So let's go through that a little bit slowly. So we have D. We did that part already. D. F sharp, E, C, B, A, B. Yeah. So that's the harmony part. And that is how you do the melody, chords, and harmony in standard tuning. Again, this is a really quick go through of the information of the class. If you want to go through this much slower, then either look at the class replay where we have a lot of repetition, or come check out a live class. All right, now we're going to tune our instrument into cross tuning. So you're going to tune G to A. And D to E. It's helpful if you have a tuner, either electronically on your phone or whatever. Also, when you move your pegs and strings around, it's going to affect the other strings, so it's important to check everything. I use this handy D'Addario tuner. I started using it when I started cross tuning, because it's just so much easier. All right, so let's just go through everything in cross. The melody. Now that you're in, this is the E string. E, F sharp is first finger. Third finger is A. All the A string notes are the same. So yeah, everything is, it just takes a little bit of a second to switch over, but pretty much you're going to have open E, 1, 3, 4. You could also play it it really easy, actually. You just do open, 1, A, 1, A, 1, open. Part. Cross tuning does make it much simpler in terms of notes. You have no high threes. You can just use your first two fingers and play the A part. One more time, I'll turn around so you can see what my fingers are doing a little bit more. We have two fingers. And then the B part is, because it's all on A and E string, it actually doesn't really change. All that stays the same as the standard tuning. This is where it gets different. When you do the scale down, since our third finger is A, it's just also easier. So that's that's the B part in cross. And then The chords are also much easier in cross tuning. We have the first chord, which is open A and E. To play 6, you just put first finger down on the E string, which is our D string now. A. To play the 5 chord, you're just going to put first finger down on the lowest string. Is actually kind of more complicated than the standard tuning. It's not that complicated though. You're just gonna put third finger, D is your third finger, with first finger on our E string now, which is F sharp, which creates a D, F sharp, third interval, and it's a D chord. So that's our D chord, starting on the B part, D, 1 to 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, up to 4, 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1. Yeah, so the chords are also easier, I think, in cross tuning. Now the harmony part. Harmony part, since it starts on the A string, it might be just the same. It stays the same because we played the harmony on the upper 2 strings. But now you could also do it. Octave down too, which is why people like cross tuning so much, is because you can do things. It's the same fingerings for both octaves. You don't have to think too much about it. And it makes the violin much more resonant. I find cross tuning to be really, really fun to explore, really fun to just see what the different sounds are like. So I really encourage people to check it out more. And this tutorial was a little bit all the information all at once, but again, if you want more repetition, or if you want to ask any questions or have things go a little bit slower, check out the class replay or come to a live class if you're able to. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoy this tune.